We're here today at the Sallisaw Animal Care Facility and No-Kill Animal Shelter in Sallisaw, Oklahoma. We've got some fantastic stories of recovery today, and we're going to introduce you to some dogs who are looking for their forever homes. So today we are here with Mo, Larry, and Curly. These three were found together here in Sallisaw. They are about to be dewormed and neutered, and they will be ready to find their forever home very soon. So Dr. Haraway, we have one of your patients here. What can you tell us about this dog?
So the police called the animal control officers and reported that there was a dog hit by a car, and the officers responded to that and picked this dog up. At first it looked like that was a possibility, and then after we examined him, he has lots of bite wounds. He was clearly attacked by another dog, and the owners in that area reported that there are some loose dogs that have been bothering other dogs in the area. So poor Ollie, he came here. We are working on him. We were afraid that he might have had some broken bones and associated with the lesions, but at this time it doesn't seem to be. He's able to walk, he's eating good. We've had him on antibiotics and pain medication, and he should be fully healed and probably ready for adoption maybe within a few weeks. Oh,
so he's got a good prognosis.
Yes, he does.
Great. Well, thank you for all the work that you do.
Thank
you. This dog here is in good hands. So Dr. Haraway, this is a dog that a lot of people have been asking about. This is Reba. Reba was big on social media a few weeks back when she was found. What can you tell us about Reba and her recovery?
Reba is doing great. She has gained a ton of weight.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Yeah, you can tell. Her complete health status has changed. You know, she's healthy. She eats everything we give her. We've cleaned her out of parasites. She is just now to the point where we will probably be doing her surgery this week and spay her. And when that's done, then she will be going to her new home.
Wonderful. So, Dr. Haraway, we have Kenny, who is roommates with Reba, and Kenny is also a success story in terms of animals that have come in bad shape and are making a full recovery. What can you tell us about Kenny?
Kenny's doing good. He's not quite as far advanced on the recovery as Reba is, but he was very emaciated when he came in. He's doing well. He's pretty timid still. We don't know what his history might have been. He acted like, you know, he came in with a collar. He had clearly been tied up somewhere and starved. So he's gained a lot of weight and he's doing well. He's on the road to recovery, but he's still a ways out.
So Dr. Haraway, we're here today. It's very beautiful weather, you know, but as we're going into late October, things are going to change. The weather's going to get cooler and things of that nature. What kind of advice would you give pet owners, precautions they need to take with their pets this time of year?
It's the time of year to start thinking about it. It's much more practical at this time to start worrying about your houses, getting your dog houses set up, maybe before the rush on straw and that kind of thing for bedding. When you won't be able to get any, when we have the first cold snap, right now you could go get all that stuff set up, be ahead of the game. So think about where you're going to have them bedded down. Even now the nights get pretty cool. If you have a thin-haired dog, you know, it's cool for them already. And then also you want to start preparing for how you're going to water them and make good, clean water available all through the winter. Maybe talk about purchasing one of those super buckets that plugs in from the bottom. You can keep water in that. It'll be nice temperature for them year round. Your water will never freeze through the winter. That's something to start planning for. And then as we're having the colder nights, maybe increase their feed some, because the best way to keep them warm is from a higher calorie intake. The digestion of that food is what keeps an animal warm. So you might want to increase their caloric intake a little bit at this time of year so they don't drop off as it gets colder.
Okay. So in addition to what pet owners can do, what are some veterinary measures that pet owners might consider, taking their pet in to be checked out this time of year?
Any time of year you want to make sure your animals are up to date on their vaccinations. I mean, that's just, and a lot of people only vaccinate in the spring, which is great. But if if this time of the year, if you are even questionable maybe on their vaccination status on rabies, absolutely, there's clinics going on all over right now to get a cheap rabies vaccination done, because all of the animals like the skunks and they're bedding down also. The dogs are finding them. So there's a lot more exposure in the fall as all the wildlife is kind of moving around and bedding down in one spot. It makes them really vulnerable to your pet maybe being exposed to rabies.
Great. Well, vet school ain't cheap, and so we appreciate you sharing, your knowledge and tips with us for free, and making it so that we can take better care of our pets.
Enjoy doing it.
Thank you so much. So I'm here with Lewis Brown. He's an animal control officer here at the Sallisaw Animal Care Facility, and he has a special announcement about a vaccination event coming up. Lewis, what can you tell us about that?
Okay. Next Wednesday, October 27th, from 2 to 4 at the Sallisaw Animal Hospital, which is Dr. Pruitt, they're doing a rabies clinic. Rabies are $10, 5 and 1 are 15 or 25 for both. Like I said, it's from 2 to 4. You just show up and tell them what you're wanting.
Great. Thank you so much for everything that you guys do.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today. The Sallisaw Animal Care Facility is a no-kill animal shelter. And Lewis, tell us about the fee waivers that you have going on right now.
Okay. Right now, our adoptions are free, but our registration, if you live in city limits, is $30. That includes your microchip and registers your dog in the city limits.
Wonderful. So if you would like to give a dog a home, come by the Sallisaw Animal Care Facility and adopt a pet. Update. Larry and Curly, who were featured in this episode, quickly made friends with our videographer during the video shoot. They are now the newest members of the Henderson family. Mo, who was also featured in this episode, is still available for adoption, along with a number of other deserving dogs at the Sallisaw Animal Care Facility. The Sallisaw Animal Care Facility is a no-kill animal shelter located in Sallisaw, Oklahoma. Call the Sallisaw Animal Care Facility at 918-775-6241 if you would like to adopt one of the dogs featured in this episode, or if you would like to volunteer at the shelter.